Okay, test. Test. Okay, we are online. Where's the lighting? Let's turn it down a little bit. Okay, let's see what we're working with today. Damn, what the heck? Weekly fair value got filled already. We're trying to go for the next internal high. Daily high here. I'm just gonna mark out this target too for ES. Looks like we're going for 608. 6008 here. NQ, this is like 800s, right? Yeah. So we're still kind of just going back and forth in this range here. We should be taking out the next high, and then if we want to continue, it'll just be back and forth. What I do like to see here is we're getting really past this. If we 2 p.m. close above here would be very, very bullish, and I think that'll just propel for the next high pretty easily. Kind of what I look at too is like this OB here. Oh, what the heck? The lines are connecting. Yeah, so OB here on higher time frame, OB here, kind of like right here. We're getting past that, so like this is already showing very bullish order flow here. Check the hourly. Hourly's just been very bullish, right, since 5 a.m. It's been every hourly candle has been closing higher. Can't really argue with that right now. Wow, look at that 15-minute. That's nuts. It's like a slow grind up. Not really much you can work with here unless you're already in. I'm pretty sure Lanto got a good trade in. Wait, why is it doing that? It usually just, I draw one thing and I draw one thing and it's done, but now I have to close out of it. Is that a new update? That's kind of annoying. Yeah, we're just pushing higher. This might be a day where we don't really find anything unless we get some movements. Let me say with it online. Yeah, good to be back though. Okay. Let me see what we can click up with. Wow. This is so picture perfect over just Asia just kind of consolidating and also just floating near the lows, London taking the low, and then we do a reversal, and then New York just continue upwards. So what we could do now for PM is we could try to go for one more then come back down, or we actually come back down and then try to consolidate for a move higher. That's kind of usually the theme for PM. If AM already did the move, we want to probably see one more push up and then move down, just similar to how we did the London reversal, would be the PM reversal, or we can just consolidate and then still push higher if that's the goal. Let me pull up something. Pull up. How's everyone doing today? Maybe we gotta do a P&L check. Let me warm up today. Feel a little bit off today. P&L check. No trades, sitting still. I'm sorry. Let me read chat here. Let's see. Target previous week high. I think that's the goal too. Hello from India. Hello. We're from US here. I'm new here. When you take position, please tell us. We basically showcase everything for the most part, so we're gonna be good there. Okay. But it's so bullish that like we can't really play against this. PMs we're gonna open up in 1 minute here, which is a little bit early. I think this is the two scenarios I'm really kind of shooting for. Thoughts on features, elite prop firm offering 100% profit split. Is that 100% forever? Because I'm not sure if that should be allowed for prop firms. On the left side, uncheck the keep drawing button. Oh, where was that? Where would that be? What is demonstration again? Oh, that's it. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. So you're saying there's a left side. It says keep drawing. Where would that be? Because this is not a good update. I actually like the mouse though. Underneath the magnet. Okay. there we go. That's clutch. See, the stream always knows. I'm always like the one clueless. All right, let's get ready here. You only trade PM, yeah. There's something good here where I'm trying to work on like a trend bias indicator with someone. This is what it looks like. We have all the high time frame, and we are gonna try to make this like similar to how I trade. We kind of started a few weeks ago, so we'll see what happens there. I think I talked to you guys about it many times. Like, I want something where I could do basically the checklist, but automated. I think TFO has one, or I should check out first. Oh, I'm open to checking it out, but I want it very configured to how I want it. What would it be called? Trade for opportunity. Yeah, there's a lot. I have no idea which one it'll be. But yeah, I talked about it so many times. Like, basically, what I've been doing, this is like a checklist. This is just like a normal checklist, like a drawing. And I want something where it's automated, so I can be like, okay, the high time frame is bullish or it's neutral. The intraday, which is my 15 hourly, is bullish. Let's say the low time frame is bullish. That's something I could really work with. And I don't to like keep on looking at the charts. I could just kind of go on the low time frame. So I'm not gonna put it on, so it might distract people, but we will review it when it comes there. Okay, let's get started. Whew. So there's not much to work with other than a new 15-minute favorite I got up here. Can't really be Barrett. Why does it? Do I gotta do this for every one of them? That's nuts. I'm gonna just draw the 15-minute gap out right under there. This is probably the first area you would want to look for those who want to grab some longs. If we inverse this, I'm gonna probably be going for lower. But yeah, it's not like an easy day, I feel like, unless you were playing down here and you just long. Let's say you just took like a 1 minute inversion, or just kind of even long at London, because ever since the open here, we did like a quick drop and then it flipped. Once we closed above, it was history and just kept on grinding up. And for those who are waiting for retracement or internal sweep, after this move, like this low here, just kept on grinding up. There's no opportunity really to wait for like a retracement. Okay, let's see. Time frame continuity. Let's see. I know there's probably some things out there, but I want to make it like very, very good to what I like. But yeah, let me try to see this out. I'm always curious on how people even kind of calculate their time frames. Did I not add it? Or their bias, I mean. Oh, what is this? It looks like it's messing up my chart. So, let me see here. I'm not sure what this is. The daily. So 60 is hourly. This is the daily here. Is that it? I'm not even sure how they calculate the bias here. But, you know, one way I like to calculate my bias is just using order blocks in inversion. This is very simple. I feel like then you could kind of play, like, if you want to see it flip, you want to see a closure under, which changes the delivery. Very easy to utilize. So I don't want to post this out yet, but you know, even that says it's very bullish. Kind of crazy, which is going to be helpful, honestly. We have, what's that, a quick sweep on ES here. Might as well stop the stream. This is terrible. You ain't catch the open longs. I'm open to waiting to see opportunity happens. Usually opportunity does come. So yeah, I need to catch some trades anyways. If you guys didn't know, on my Apex, we're cooking up there. Estimate on price delivery. It's not in my focus right now. I think I'm gonna try to wait on until I'm very sure on how I want to create that type of topic video. I feel like it's like something that I've been kind of honing on, and you really never want to publish something when you're not like fully set on what you have with it. But price delivery is just essentially just identifying profiles where it's like, is it consolidation, is it trend base, is it seeking joy, and then kind of what you could do to play with it. And along with that, you could pair it up with like Asia, London, New York, kind of like a mixture of all of them. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the right moment for it. I don't want to just rush anything because I might just regret something I put out. Fed is speaking. Yeah, and we're also considering doing AM session with Desi for AM. Maybe like not like every single day, but like a few times a week, maybe 1 or 2 to start up. And then I'll also be on with him. And if I'm not on, he might just be on solo. So we need to see you tilt once on stream. I hope not. I don't know if you guys saw, but I have such a large payout with Apex here. I said basically take the fat payout or aim for the million. And if you want to see the progress of these Apex, these are like, you know, this is May here, 89,000. It's a slow, kind of like a smaller size month because I'm already trying to just milk them. I already have a big balance. I don't need to do much. And then if you click a little bit more, you'll also see April, which I posted last month. So I've been posting it every single month. This is stats last month. Last month was much better, except there was 3 consecutive red days that took me out 7K, 3K, 10K, but I didn't let it blow me up. You know, that's like basically a 10K minus a week, but it's fine because like it's 6K here, 74K here, 51K here, ended up 120. And you know, mostly green is like a green streak, and then you hit like a minor red streak. And yeah, you want to see the progress. I've been posting it pretty frequently just so you guys can see. Like 75 days, it should be 75. This is outdated, but that's basically like 3 to 4 months because every month has 20 trading days. So we're already past 3 months. We're more closer to 4 months right now. So that's just something that you can only do if you are making sure that you're not blowing up off of a bad day. So when you have a losing day, it's not a day where you just throw away all your profits. Have you heard of TradeFi deleting accounts if they're inactive for a week? I'm pretty sure every firm has a inactivity rule, which would be basically a breach of it for evals. I'm not sure what the fund did. But yeah, yeah, this 15-minute is still here. I could see like a scalp opportunity for the downside, just like a counter trend though, because you don't know if it's just gonna be a run back up like this. I just can't long for up here for sure. I could long if we do get a retrace, sweep some of these internals here, which on the left side, and then build back up. I'm fine with that, but it's like we're deep in premium. We're longing after like basically like 10 consecutive green bullish candles, it's very tough for me to just join in blindly here. They need to ban you. I hope not. But like, you know, they banned me. I have other firms. Like, I'm well diversified because I can still trade Top Step. I can still trade Take Profit Trader. I can still trade Tradeify, I think. I'm not sure if I can go back sim or not. Maybe not. I don't know. We've been pushing up with no retracement. Yeah, I haven't been trading AM lately, but I might be incorporating more, especially if I'm going to be trading my live count more, so I can start growing it. Because my objective has been just wait it out, you know, just take base hits. You don't need. I'm not going for home runs or anything. I'm not going for doubling my account in a single month. I'm just going for something very attainable. But yeah, that's also part of the plan. We might be looking to trade a little bit more. It's either going to be more Asia or more AM. We'll see. Why do you post things on social media for them to see you though, and possibly think of banning you? Listen, people love transparency. If I'm like doing well, I'm gonna post it for two things, for myself and for you guys. And when I see like something like, let's say Apex, we're talking about like banning things, I spoke up about it. Like, if I didn't want to be a target, I would just keep my mouth closed. But you know, always good to have integrity. Be a critique even with your favorite firm. Like, so if Tradeify does something that like I feel like is iffy, even though I like Tradeify and everything they stand for, like I would, you know, we have to speak up a little bit if it's reasonable. I usually go for like, I try to understand both sides. I think most people don't really try to understand the prop side because at the end of the day it's a business. So if they do like a change with like payouts or something like that, it's just for sustainability. But when they're doing eval bans, I think that just goes further than just, you know, a business side, because you're just selectively choosing who you don't want to continue. And that's fine if they, let's say, went through a live and blew it. Like, that's usually the common scenario. But in this case, there was no kind of criteria. Just like so random. It feels like you have one person with no payouts getting banned. You got someone else with like one payout. You got other people with like hundreds of payouts not getting touched. So it's like, it's very confusing. But I think, well, my take is like, if I didn't want to be a target, I would just sit quiet the last 2 weeks and not say a word and then just enjoy everything. So that's kind of like my response on why I posted everything and said everything too. Do you have a private Asia signal set up? I mean, we do alert Asia, but so basically we've been trading Asia since like, I think March. We killed March. March had a kind of like a 15 winning streak on Asia. And in April, we had like a streak too. It was not as significant, but like it was very well done. And then May, like I think it was like a hit and miss for me. I didn't really like to trade too much, so we'll see what June has. I think May overall, Asia was not that appealing for me, just because maybe the range that we're in. We were kind of, for May, for the most part, if you see like this year, we've been consolidating. And you see March and April, this is big range. So Asia was like popping. So I'm not sure if I was ready to prepare to play last month for May for Asia. Kind of like in this back and forth here. When I was expecting for like a bigger move. Trader Kage did a video interview with Daryl Martin. Yeah, I saw that. I feel like there was nothing new about it. It was very similar to Skelton, so. Yo, at the end of the day, it's like, it's very useful to even have live traders for two reasons: for the profit and copy trades, you know, so they can make some money and they don't have to pay out of pocket. And number two would just be, you know, to show that you have a path to live, so you don't be milked anymore. And then you also have like a leaderboard and like you can showcase everything. blew up APA but passed another eval, so I'm even. I guess if you want to take it that way. I feel like it's a slippery slope when you have that mindset. It's like, oh, I blew account, but I passed the eval. Yep, it cancels out, right? Like, blowing it funded should be like 10, 20 times more important than just blowing an eval, or even passing an eval. Passing an eval is, with a cheap account, like 90% off usually. It's like, it's not really much of a big deal anymore. My biggest gripe with all proffers, they don't have a live tracker that shows if you broke the rules or not. I think it's very hard to do that unless you're going for the negative 30% rule they already have implemented, but like, let's say for inconsistency or just ambiguous rules, like, I don't know, like micro scalping, it's very hard because, like, how can you tell if this is a micro scalp or it's just insane volatility? Like, if candle moves like 100 points and I enter long and hit my TP the next second, like, that's not really micro scalping. So I think it's the firm's job to, like, try to filter it out and then just flag whoever needs to be flagged. And as long as you're not really breaking any rules, like, commonly, if it's accidentally, you just gotta explain yourself usually. What firm is that with the 90% off? Don't know the logo. Okay, I think it's somewhat outdated. I'm gonna update that next stream. What does... Wait, is that Tyler? Is that a new account, Tyler? I'll put you mod. I'm not sure if you... Hopefully you're the right person. Pretty new to trading. How do you find entries when trend is going in one direction? So there's two things I have protocol for this. You just basically see the 15-minute time frame, right? You see, starting from here, I would even extend further. The last like 30 candles here, or 20 candles, we have one down close candle, and all of them have been bullish. This just shows that it's very, very bullish. I kind of look for two things. If I want longs, I want either a OT entry in like that, within that range. So I'm not really too sure how I would play this, but it might be just basically off this low here. So like at the very minimum, we want to see a retrace back down to this low here, the previous low, or we sweep a internal low somewhere, and we haven't done either. So that's why I won't be able to buy anything here or long anything. So if we do kind of go back inside of here and flip, kind of in discount here in this 1 minute range, dealing range, this is not bad for me to play higher. But if we sweep, I guess, these internal lows here, that's also a clear sign. We really haven't done that. ES did though by a tick. I'm not really gonna try to play off that though. I think what we're gonna try to do is what I have here, which is basically one more spike up and then we flip down 4 p.m. What cam you got? I got just the Elgato. I have a camera, but I just been using the Elgato camera, which is like 80 bucks or 100 bucks, I think. And just for convenience sake. I think it's just a great day. I think what we're doing is just higher time frame analysis. It is kind of clear to see that we're just holding a very good upside right now. This is just pushing. We didn't even retrace back to the 15-minute fair value gap. So like I can't even play anything if I wanted to here. It's kind of nuts. But we're approaching the next high here. I think we're just gonna really just push through it. Getting very close already. Let me see if I set up all my accounts right. And then we'll get started there. So Yeah, there's like a no trade error for me basically. 13K in the personal day. Nice, nicely done. Would you consider shorts in the 15-minute gap? Yes, I wouldn't mind that, but kind of the theme today has been no retracement, so we would need kind of like something to play by here. The 1 minute doesn't really show much, so like you would think like, okay, we're got a gap here somewhere, we could play off of it. We don't really have much here, so if we're targeting this 15-minute fair value gap here, which is unmitigated, what short setup can we use to take us there? I'm not sure if there's anything available yet, or anything close to be presentable. You come live every single day for PM. I didn't do live yesterday because I was kind of busy. I didn't really feel like trading that day. Usually doesn't happen often though. There's kind of like a one every now and then, once a month kind of thing. But I don't want people to be very short biased because this is very clear bullish bias so far. Nothing at all showing that we're looking to flip yet. And we also probably want to see if we can drive to the next liquidity target, which I think ES is a little bit closer by a bit. Maybe we'll get SMT off of it. We'll have to see. There's that spike here. It looks like, wow. But yeah, it's very hard to just execute off a trade somewhere here. You just don't really know where it's going to go, other than the upside. And it's just hard just to kind of just long anywhere here, even though you're so bullish bias, just because we had kind of zero interest of even doing a sweep anywhere. Even the 15-minute gap, like you would think like, you know, we've been pushing up so often. The last like 10, 15-minute candles has been up. You would think like, I'll just dig in here and then move higher. That if that's the goal, it didn't even do that. So it's very challenging here, and it makes me think like we're just gearing up for the second move here, where we get a spike. I don't know if we go this high though, but let's say something like this, and then we flip back down. So we can even use this as a potential chain state delivery here. If we get a closure through it, and then that would kind of help us propel price lower. But yeah, it's just not that appealing for shorts right now. You want to focus on longs. I have protocol for longs. We're not really getting anything here, so we're gonna have to wait, be patient about it, and then we'll likely find something. Can someone give me an update on the Wheelan beef? He crashed out on Twitter. Did he crash out? I'm not even sure what's happening. Is TradeFi Logic Project X? I heard it was coming July. I honestly like Tradeovate already, but some of you guys like Project X lately. Tried top one yet? I tried top one at launch. I'm not really the biggest fan of them after they did all the retroactive changes. Just gonna be real with you guys there. I think they were kind of a good competitor, but I think they made it too good at launch, and then they're facing the consequence of it. People are milking them, so they're like, okay, we gotta change the rules. Oh, we gotta change again. It's not enough. We gotta change again. It's like there's like, I think at least 2 retroactive changes. I'm not sure if it's 3 yet. Or just total changes. Apex changed rules. They didn't change any rules necessarily. Because if you were to say that, which rule did they change? I'll basically tell you what happened. All they did is added a punishment for those who are breaking rules. So like before you break your rules, they're like, okay, you just trade a few more days and then, you know, you're back to normal. Now, like if you break the rule constantly, they're gonna actually do something. They made me record myself trading. That's not a rule change. Come on, guys. I just gotta be real. Like, how is that? That's not a rule change. I had to record last year too just to get paid. You know what a rule change is, right? A rule change is like when something the firm does that changes how you trade or how you get paid out. That's just something they require. Now, or maybe like if they flag for suspicious activity, I don't know, something like that. Whatever it is, it's not anywhere close to a rule change. It's definitely, you could say it's weird, you could say like it's unnecessary, but whatever you want, it's just not like a change of rules. This is like a pullback here, but it got eaten pretty quick. I think you want a nice pullback to this 15-minute gap. Like it looks so prime for it, especially after this jump up. That like I think we're gonna try to move down, and then maybe we'll get set up here somewhere. You heard of Funded Next Futures taking interviews after we passed their eval. So I kind of posted about this a few times. Some people asked me because like, you know, I've been promoting. I posted when they did the 40% off. It's no longer available, but if you're trying to reference the interview, what it is a video KYC. They're not trying to talk to you about anything about your trading strategy. It's like, how long have you been trading? Do you know what a micro is? Do you know what a mini is? How'd you hear about us? Like I had many people basically tell me what it was. Everything's the exact same. It's just recorded. You don't have to talk to anyone. It's just they ask you questions and you just answer. I'm pretty sure it just makes sure that you're real. Like if you're trying to trade for your grandma, you won't be able to answer these simple questions like, what is a micro? They'd be like, I don't know. So yeah, that's just clear that up there. But I am trading the Funded Next accounts. Hopefully we can get something cooking. This does look like we want to play a potential short here, just to go to the 15-minute gap. I'm gonna have to see first in the 5. What makes it very clear would be, I'm gonna just delete this first. What makes it very clear, if we get a closure under this here, we already took the AM high. Closure under 5-minute up close candles. Flip bearish 5-minute change day delivery. I think that's just kind of very clear that you want bare minimum. If you want to be like somewhat bearish for lower, if not, you're just kind of like short-term bearish to see if we can get this gap, which should be just this area, which is wick under, close back higher. I think that would be the case. But you have somewhat of a opportunity now. Before you didn't have any short opportunity. Now like you have this inversion. I'm not sure if I would kind of claim this as a breaker. Maybe I would if I go in the 30-second. But we didn't really. Yeah, I mean I would count this. Like this would be like basically like a short stop above the highs, like an 8-point stop type of thing. I want to see if we can get the long though. Let's see. We might even get the shorts. Hold up. If we get one more spike and flip back down, I'll try to get in the move down here. I don't want to counter trend on such a bullish move, but it looks like it's starting to showcase a potential short, and I don't mind doing like a tight risk type of thing for it, you know. I'm still drawn to this unmitigated 15-minute gap, so any short counter trend scalp would be towards this area. We have our first 1-minute flip here, and we had no internals kind of met yet, so it's drawing me towards that target, and I'm just basically seeing if we can get an entry first. If you're scared of short, I think what happens is if you just kind of manage your risk, do it very tightly, because our stop is not that big. Like I'm not putting like a 20, 30 point stop because that's kind of me thinking this is the high of day or whatnot. It's just more about the short term and where we could be drawing to. So if you short here, the inversion, 10 point stop, you're targeting the 15-minute gap. That's like a 30 point or 20, 25-ish target already. I didn't get this by there. I'm just kind of communicating it. But, you know, something good also is another 5-minute closure. If 5-minute closure here would get that change to delivery. Yeah, what's your short-term bias right now? Is this enough for me like a sweep? I don't think it's enough yet. So if we think that, we're just waiting for another entry model here. I'm not sure if I'll be trading my Apex today. Just because I have the payout pending on it. I took half. I know some guys say take the whole thing or take nothing, take it partial. I decided to take half, so it's a pretty large payout. I think it's like 80 something. Just taking half of it. So I'm also trying to trade the Bunox up, so let's see what we can get. NQ is, I think, somewhat the weaker asset lately today. I'm pretty sure, like, on the moves up lately. So I'll be looking for shorts on NQ over ES right now. High probability is not shorts yet, though, unless we get, like, a nice confirmation entry model. I'm just kind of a little bit nervous in a way where this could be just, like, a simple pullback, and then we're going to do another rip higher. So what I want to see is like just try to attempt a move higher, fail to do that, flip back down. I'll try to jump in and stop would be probably the previous high. But yeah, definitely the target should be the 15-minute gap here. We haven't got that yet. It's kind of interesting why we don't want to really try for it. It's coming back up. It got saved so hard right there. This is kind of like the idea for me still. Just one drive higher, fail, and then flip back down. This is also probably more clear of the breaker, so I'm probably waiting for that internal high, I guess. Let's see. It didn't get high enough for me yet, but we did take out on ES. I'm just kind of framing up potential short to drive down to this, and then we can flip down here if anything. If we think this is bullish, we'll try to see a setup for it. Then we can flip short bias short term to flip back up. This is like a tight range right now. It's like moving a few points per. I'm taking 6K payout, but I'm also down about 9K in eval. Still red. I've had huge mindset change though. At first, I was treating like pure gambling. Now I have a refined approach. I feel like that's a lot of people for prop firms. They do really poorly at the start, and then guess what happens? They take it seriously. They think this is not like a casino anymore. And they're going to grow the accounts, milk the payouts, and be working on kind of consistency rather than let's just treat this as a YOLO account. And they go from like 10, 20K in drawdown on evals, basically, and activation fees, everything, basically, all the expenses. Like, they could be like 20K in debt, and then like 5K in profits, like net profit or net negative would be 15K. And then, you know, after a few months, it'll be like negative 10K, negative 5K, and then they just flip from being down to up now. And it really takes off from there. I think that happened to me too, the first few months. because like it took me a little bit longer to get me the first payout, longer than I wanted. Taxes hit. I mean, it's a write-off. So like if you, let's say you had 50,000 expenses and you had 50,000 in payouts, it's just, there's going to be zero taxes on it because you're just going to write off. It would be zero profits. That's all that matters. Even if you are doing terrible for like the first half of the year, let's say, you know, is it halfway the year right now? I think it is. 6 months in, 6 months out. Does it have to be end of June for it to be? I think, yeah, it has to be end of June actually. So kind of like what I mean by that is like, you know, let's say the first half of the year for 2025, you're just down really bad, but the next half you're doing really good. I mean, it could even out. PM's on my thing. We'll try to carry the stream here, guys. Let's see what we can do. How long did it take you to get your first payout? I've been trading props. I've been trading for a little bit more than 5 years now, probably 5.5 now. But I've been trading props for 3.5 years. So it's kind of hard for me to tell like when my first payout was. I feel like it was like a few months in the game. I think I remember it was like ETF though. I don't like ETF anymore, but they were 3 years ago. They were good. And then basically, I think they were good for a whole year. After that, they just try to copy Apex. It failed. They're trying to do 20 accounts still, and I'm not sure if people are really buying it. Dude, this is disgusting right now. It's just like we're waiting. Fund next feature microscalp. I think the idea is like don't microscalp for majority of your trades. I'm gonna try to get clarification. I think someone asked me about that. That's why we're trying to get clear or have them change it. So that's what I heard. Like majority of your trades can't be like under 20 seconds. Majority, which is like it should be above 50%. It took you 2 years to get profitable. No. I was before prop firms. I was already trading cash, and I was getting lucky. I was not trading, but I was getting very lucky. I feel like because first it was penny stocks. After that, it's just me just messing around with options. Because why I call that lucky is because the first few months I was doing very well. It was like double my account. It's like, how did I do that? Is this that easy? And then I realized like the next few months I was like losing. Like majority of that luck just kind of washed away. But yeah, I think so far every year has been a green year for me, which I'm thankful for. Pretty good. What is turning point in profits? I think this is where it gets deep. It's about consistency. So prop firms was the one that like kind of challenged me. Like, okay, there's so many rules. You have to adapt to them if you want to get paid. And the rules are kind of against you because like, you can't make this much because the consistency rule. You have to trade a certain way. There's unrealized trailing that works against you. Variety of things. I think the moment that flipped the switch for me was, I think it's been like more than a year. Should be like a year and a half now that I just realized let's just not do big days anymore. Let's just do small hits. Consistency. Work on consistency over everything else. That's when it just changed the game for me. I think you guys also, if you guys are there with me through the journey, kind of on my Twitter, on my YouTube, because I've been streaming YouTube for like more than a year now, I believe. You probably saw like that switch too. Me not going for like $10,000-$20,000 days, just me going for like $300 per account. This feels like it's turning bearish. I want to say that, but it's just not really doing anything. You do extremely well for trading for the most difficult PA every day. Yeah, I mean, it depends though. Like it has to be like people think like I thrive in chop. I do, but it has to be sweeping internals. So like these lows here, it should get swept. It's more like seek and destroy that I like to play at. But if we're just trending upwards and it's showing no retracement, I usually am not able to get a trade. We didn't get a closure on this 5 minute here too, so FYI, this can't be bearish yet. what were your ICT gurus? Probably T Trades and AM was kind of my OGs. They're more educators though. I'm not sure AM. I haven't been speaking to them. Ooh. But yeah, those are my guys. But I kind of strayed away because you don't want to really learn from someone. I feel like, or maybe that's just me. What you want to do is refine what you think you like. So I kind of left the ICT bubble and just like let me just focus on what I like. I like breakers. I like this type of trading. I like scalping. This is kind of my refinement. I think this does want to flip down the 15-minute though. This has been stuck here for way too long, and I don't know what it's doing. Oh, wait, it just flashed the 15-minute gap. Damn. It's very hard for me to get an entry model here. Unless I kind of tap in this inversion, just put break even, let it hold. Tough rodeo. Yeah, that's why I was saying the inversion was not bad, because the inversion was tight risk. It'd been like 10-point stop, go for like 20 minimum, and you can go for like even a little bit more of it if you think we're gonna drive lower. It's all about risk reward. I feel like in these days, like if you're counter trending, you want to make sure you're trending kind of tight, and if you're playing the trend, you want to make sure your stop is a little bit big enough so it doesn't just get you worked out. So we did get a drive in here. I'm not gonna try to be bearish yet until I see this closure. I might be looking at this. I would also like it on ES too. So what I mean by that, closure under this line on ES would be kind of what I need to see, and I wouldn't mind playing for lower. This goes in the theme of what I think here, which we get a pop for PM and then we flip back down. Let's see. $15-minute closure in 2 minutes too. Not bad, not bad. Let's see what we can work with here. How's stream been? I think stream been chilling. I don't know what it is, but AM has been cooking and PM has been left with scraps lately. So I hope we get something for PM this time. That inversion in hindsight could have been something that worth taking because it's just like a 10-point stop. And then you have the terminal target here. March Asia was fire. Yeah, dude, it felt like unreal because I was showcasing the results. People were like, this is not real. Like, you're saying that you won 15 times in a row in Asia, 15 days in a row. That's impossible. And then they join in like 16 days, 17 days. They're like, whoa, this is actually real. I'm just waiting for Asia to get hot again. If Asia can get hot again, that would be amazing. So 10 more seconds here. ES is not really flipping yet. Maybe we'll flip on the next few seconds here. Yeah, it's not really ooh, that was good up. ES didn't really close down here either, so I can't really say this is bearish yet. This is more likely going to be bullish because we did get inside the gap. We did sweep this internal low and we have internal high above, I might be trying to go for longs instead. What the hell is happening? It's such a tight range, though. This is not much to work with, right? Let me see. Do I have things set up? Would you guys want to try along with me? Let's see. One more drive, even. I want to see if I can get something. Even the low time frame is fine. What is this? Multi-time frame. I think we tried long already, though. On ES. ES looks good. ES is the stronger asset, too. I'm looking at something like this, basically. I want to give it enough room, or if not, just like tight. So maybe we'll see on the closure, but it could be very tight. Something like this, bare minimum, but then we can keep on going for the next high. I think this is the area of interest for me. Chad, do you guys like long here? It doesn't look bad at all. Basically, if we get a closure under here, that would make it worse. So I'm basically looking at 86 on ES, and then if we get a closure under 85s, then it'll be like a no dice for me type of thing. What the heck? I can't put an order? Wait, I don't have market data. What the hell? I'm trying this out, 86 here. But I don't have market data to make an order. You do not have margin access to place this order. Please deposit. What? It's a very tight one. I don't want to see a closure under 85. I think that's where I'm going to be looking at it. So I want to keep it a little bit more loose, but we're trying to go for push highs. Want to lean upside a little bit. Entry just 86 right now. I didn't trade yesterday, so I didn't know that I didn't have market data. I was off yesterday. Anyways, I'll just put it up here. I have one contract on. I want to keep it loose, so we want to make maybe I'll just do like 2 points here. Almost 3. Let's see. Because I don't want to be wicked out if we're not flipping. So I'm watching on this closure. Next closure in 2 minutes, in 1 minute now. If we get a 5-minute closure under, I'm just gonna kill the trade. NQ already closed under, by the way, so if ES can flip under too, we'll also likely get that flip on the 15-minute time frame. So it's very, very tight on this, giving it some wiggle room, but not too much wiggle room because I'm not too hopeful on it yet. But ideally, we got a doorbell. Ideally, we keep on pushing. Oh, I'm likely gonna stop out here for $100. Yeah, okay, never took it out. Never mind. 5 minutes about close. If this closes under, I'm gonna look to flip down with NQ as well. Gave it like a about 2 points basically there. It's like $100. Let's try and see if we can get the next trade back. Let's see. That 5-minute closure, man. I think that kind of saved it in a way from getting a big drop because I want to kind of play in validation. And we hadn't got the invalidation until we got the closure, and that kind of took me out there. So I'm open to playing downside now. Most likely on the next retrace. It'll be on NQ over ES though. NQ is just a little bit more weak than anything. So probably the next retrace we'll try to give it to them. If we do get a retrace. Look at this 5-minute basically right now. It's just gonna look something like this. And the next low, we don't really have one. So looking down here. So NQ already respected. That's good. As long as we don't get through the mean threshold here. We'll be good to keep on playing a lower. But if we do, then I have to flip back up. These higher time frame is just everything on the hourly, 4-hour, 15-minute. It's still pointing upwards. It's coming back up already. Gonna see how we react here on NQ. I'm open to trying it on NQ though. It's just like this could be just a very good retrace for higher. A little tricky. We did sweeps and turnos here, so that's something. It might be something that like I just long too early, and this is like the third drive. We took out a lot of these lows here. The question is this gonna hold here? Is that the low that's gonna hold for the next like hour basically? We'll keep on proceeding higher. If so, then like if that's what we think, we gotta go back in longs and actually an early jab. All right, let me look at chat. Let me see what he's talking about. Chat, what do you guys think now? I feel like it's showing a lot. I feel like the lower time frame you could argue downside, but the intraday and higher time frame you're arguing upside still. But you're kind of thinking this could flip here. I gotta give it another shot somewhere. That was $90. Leaning bearish, someone said. Short. Let's see. The key is just to size very tightly when you're not sure or when you're counter trading, and then when you are sure, you could start looking at a flip or holding it. Let me see what we can work with here though. Tight stop again. I'm watching very closely here now. I'm gonna mark the same thing for ES. Order block, I tend to use mostly just the open to the bodies of it, kind of how I do this. So we don't want to see it really get a closure through the mean threshold. If anything. But my gut is also kind of telling me a different direction, that this could be a flip back up. So I'm somewhat open to try another long in ES first. This wick held here. Let's see. Do you guys like another attempt for longs here? On ES specifically? 5 minutes holding me back, but I still think we could move higher here. As long as we don't get another low, I think we should be good. This is kind of the next area of interest now. We're about to have a 1 minute unicorn on NQ. Yeah, yeah, that's also something we're watching, right? I think I want to try another long. I don't want a closure under, but I still want something back like high of day type of thing. So it'll be on ES again. This 5 minute is still holding though, so 5 minutes is the tricky part. So you gotta really just place your bets on like if this 5 minute is gonna reject for lower or if this 15 minute is gonna hold. A little bit tricky. Let me just see. Like the hourly is still very bullish, so it's kind of hard for me to flip yet. Maybe we'll get a 15 minute flip down and then I can be more ambitious. Like, what do you guys think about if you're looking for shorts? Shorts on NQ would be ideal. You probably put a stop above this high. Very similar to a breaker setup. And you go for the next low. So I'm trying to make some ideas up here. The next low is down here at minimum. Oh, this should be down here. I'm not sure if we get another entry on this though. But now we could actually move this back up here because we don't really need NQ to even hold this area anymore. Hold the very top. So I'm still thinking like long on ES, short on NQ type of entry model right now. Gonna watch this closely. This area is dangerous. It kind of is. It's very confusing. I might try to go for the continuation here, especially if we get a closure. I think we'll get a closure in 3 minutes. Let's see what we can do. Tricky day, guys. I'm just gonna do one contract a day for most of my trading. I want to get this back in. I should have probably played this because looking back at it, it's still like the 5 minute I'm looking for, especially with ES holding it. This should have been so ideal. Not sure why I didn't play it. So I was waiting for this closure under the 5 minute up close candle. These are up close candles. We flip bearish with the 5 minute change to delivery. What usually happens, you take the short on the next retap, you put a stop above the open of the high. And that'll be like the model there. What's changed delivery is basically a OB after taking out a high. We took out this high here. So the last up close candle is kind of like a very similar to a breaker, but the reverse way. I mean, this could also be breaking itself too. It's a bit tricky though. 15 minute about close. 2 p.m. candles about open here though. We might be able to cook up something. Did you get in? I didn't get on this change day delivery. I'm gonna wait for it. I think the chat is kind of 50-50 too. Half the chat saying down, maybe more than half the chat saying downside, but also a lot of people are liking long still. So, you know, we have a divergence in the chat too, which is not something that you really want to see, but This is potentially the next area here. And I might be going for something like this. Didn't get in here yet. If it does get a retrace, we'll get something. 2 p.m. candle close. We're going to the next gap here. We have a lot of really imbalance to really fill anyways. This is the hourly too, right? With this hourly close, we create an hourly fair value gap. This is not holding. We're trying to flip this short here. This is the low I'm trying to go for. 693. Last swing low. It's just pushing down. Damn. I didn't get this entry, by the way. I think that's something I talked about with this closure, but didn't execute off of it yet. Yeah, you guys are in chat saying boom. You guys are cheering. That's how you guys know you guys are eating. Look at that hourly driving. Holy crap. So I would like this as a good target here. Whoa, ES is just free falling too. Chat, how many people played the 5-man chain state delivery? I didn't execute it with you guys, but that was really good. I just want to see how many people in the chat played for it. Half proof, nice. At this time and age, proof is necessary now. Damn, this is such a good target. I was trying to see if we can get in the second retrace, but nope. Let's see where we're gonna get next now. The 1-man just really drove down aggressively. How do you not FOMO? Like, I'm just trying to look for that one killer trade. And we can wait for it. I think this would have been it. Yeah, this would have been it for sure. I kind of mapped it out, but I just didn't time it right. 5K off that. Nice. There's also more opportunities. That's also, at the end of the day, that's kind of what I think about. If I miss a trade or I didn't get in or I got stopped out before it fell, like there's gonna be more opportunities. There's kind of one out of hundreds of trades that will be taken in this month. If you have that mindset, I promise you it's not gonna be something that you're gonna be looking at like that. Hourly's failed too. Wow. So missed a short, and I feel like we did get a nice sweep here. We're game to possibly look for a flip back up, especially on ES. ES has been holding very, very well. That whole wick just completely got decimated too. Did you enter? No, I didn't. Guys, come on. I keep on saying I missed I framed it, but I didn't press it right here. And some of you guys did take it, which is great. I just wasn't the one. Kind of inversion. It's just way too early to tell this is going to be a flip yet. But yeah, looking at chat, you guys played the short very well. Congrats for those who played the short. That flip was kind of nuts here. Let's see. Looks like we still have more to go here too. First stream of the week. If I had that, oh, that'd been good, man. Anyways, it's tough. 5 minutes change the delivery would have been like 44 points at the first target. If we could capture that. I kind of want to see ES come back up though, honestly. That was a really good move down. I'm trying to anticipate to see if we can get a move back up. We did take that low very nicely too. Hourly gap got filled. Next hourly also got tagged in, so like we're starting to fill a lot of it, and I want to frame up to see like how far we are. This is still, I guess, deep in premium still. Is it ready to flip back down yet? I want to see if I want to play the long on ES. Put a stop under 72s here. Can I stop again, guys? This is like no entry model. I think I want to lean with bias this time. Because if I lean with bias here, it should have been played out already. You're playing with fire long now. I feel like it's not that crazy yet. If we get a nice strong closure, then it'll be dangerous. What is this hold? Apex still 90% off. No, it's not 90% off. It's out of date a little bit, which I'll get that fixed. I didn't realize I didn't update it yet. All it needed was a closure, because like this is why I like the 5-minute change delivery. Move up, and we didn't get a single closure yet until we got a 5-minute flip here. Then that was like kind of history. It just burned down. Yeah, and we're just going for that PM reversal. Yeah, basically playing for lower. One more drive is kind of looking like it wants to hit here. Drive deeper. See if we can get more structure here. Took the short off the 4-hour fair value. Yeah, we couldn't break and figure we would retrace. Yeah, on higher time frame, this looks so good because like we got this flip. Me and Desi was swinging shorts up here. This is like, this is not this is a multi-day swing. We started our swings here, but I'm talking about for scalping sake. I want to see more. Too early to play. Yeah, I don't think I have data either for my TTV. Let me log in and make sure, because this is whack as hell. I guess it would have saved me $100 because I took that ES trade, took 2 points on ES. So let me see. Oh, what the heck? We took another drive here. Shorts are killing it right now. Let's just draw this here. We're not even at equilibrium yet, chat. Let me check my tick profit trader here. See if I have market data or not. I didn't trade it. It didn't let me make an order. Okay, that's a nice drive here. I have market data, but I guess I don't have any. Weird. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just gonna keep on selling off more here. Looking at the dealing range, we still looking at a little bit lower. I mean, good thing like I do have from me and Desi holding swings, not bad from there. I think we had at 740s. 100 points already. Yeah, 741. Well, I'm just gonna let that play. Chat, there's so many people in the chat who smacked those shorts. God damn. How did I'm one of the few that missed this. I hesitated on this. I feel like I'm the only one who framed it up and was talking about it, like anticipating before it even happened. It's like, if we get this flip, you know, take this entry, stop under, boom, boom. Just didn't really play it. If we get a breaker though, I think we can try to play on ES. We got a nice stab down. This is a big stab. This is like a large candle too. I marked it out but still missed a trade. Yeah. That's what happens sometimes. What threw me off a little bit was ES, because ES didn't get a closure, but we did get a closure after, so that trade was still validated. And if I were to stuck to my model, we should have played that short easily. So what are you guys biased now? I think when we're talking about here, a lot of you guys were saying short, but now we got a deep retrace. Are you still looking at potential lower prices or higher from here now? For short term, for the next like basically 30, 40 minutes, essentially. Short's the play. High. A lot of you guys are saying upside. I mean, I don't disagree with that. I feel like we can get a nice move back up. but we're not showing anything of that sort yet. I might try at least one again, because we can put our stop under 70s. Let me see. Next 15-minute close. I'll try one. I'm gonna try one here. I feel like we're leaving a lot of wicks, and we got a deep close already. I'm just gonna test the water. Maybe we'll add to this if it does pull through. How about 71? I don't want to see a closure under like 69, really. So like another 2-point here. If it's still sitting here, let me just put a hard stop on. I feel like I missed a short. Now I'm trying to see if we can make it up, but that could be the wrong answer. I could definitely wait for the entry model though. Just sitting at entry. This is what I have right now. It's more of a loose because I'm kind of playing with what I think price is going to go to. I want to see price do rebound a little bit first before moving lower for the rest of the day. Just at 71s. Let's see. Don't join me in this if you guys are feeling like unsure. It's like kind of like something that I want to try and doing also very tight. And I'll share what we're up at or down at then. It's stuck here. I don't want to see it stuck. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes to make a move here. What we're looking for is a nice closure through these small highs and then go for the next one. It's just sitting here. Still at entries, like entry at 71, just stuck here right now. I'm not loving it when it's stalling here. Yep, it's stuck here. Be 2 points again. I want to frame up what I can do to add to this too. I'm just gonna put a limit somewhere far, and we'll just drag it from there. So we got a nice wick through these highs. I want to see if we can hold through it more than just being a quick scalp. Let's see. I want to see this high bare minimum, to be honest. For first TP, 79 looks good. It would kind of get us back to that previous 15-minute gap here. And we could play lower if that's what you guys want, but that or we do move higher from it. So I'm kind of aiming for that as my target right now. Let's keep up pushing here. Look at this candle closure. Usually I like to play the whole consecutive candles, but we could also look at, like, let's see, 30 second, like if we get a closure here that does flip it, we already got a wick down. I think we could just propel higher from here. So closure above 75, 76, I think we could lead to a 79 very quickly. We got closure above. That looks good. So I want to just keep it firm. We could do definitely break even now. There should be no reason price want to go back to 71s here after already taking a swing low. It's either right now a break even trade for me or go for 79. It would be like 8 points. I think 400 on it. If you guys don't think it's like a little risky, you guys can take it for 4 right now. I want to see if we can get 79s though. 79s. I'm gonna just draw this out so I can move freely. We took it at 71. Our stop was like 2 points. We already took this previous lower here, so it makes very little sense to just keep on jabbing lower. If we were to break low, we would have broke this low, close under, just fell down already. This is what we have right now. It's like close to 79. We could definitely take this out. But potentially we just trail through it. We can get the 80s again. It's a lot to go here, essentially. 5-minute gap here, so it's pop over 80s is not too bad of an idea either. There's like a BPR here, or not a BPR yet, but it's like forming a BPR. We have this previous inversion, and we get this 50-minute closure. We'll get this little gap, so that BPR is going to be appearing. Up about like, what are we, like 7 points right now? 7 points. I just want to see 79s and then potentially let this trail through this. Maybe we'll TP on half and then let it trail the rest. I'm gonna look at chat after. We'll do a giveaway after too. I just want to lock in a little bit here. 1 minute flip too. Looks good on NQ even too. Next gap here. Next internal high. I should just spike this. Still looking fine right now. It would suck if it just dropped hard here, but that's like kind of unlikely, kind of in my viewpoint. We did get a drive in that 15-minute. NQ nowhere close to it yet, so I want to see ES still build up slowly. I think what I'll do right now, I'll peel off half my apex already, and then I'm gonna leave the other half going for past 79s. Let me just do that instead. So secured some profits already just to make sure at 77.5. That makes it basically a 6-point trade off of 2 points. Almost 3R. Here would have been 3R here. I'm gonna go for this high 79 here and then just keep it pushing. So I want to just leave it trailing and then see how far we can take it. Out of the 2-point stop, by the way, this was down here 69. I put it at break even, but I'm gonna keep it trailing after we take out this high, especially if we get a closure. Oh, maybe I should have took the trade off my Robinhood too. We were swinging shorts with Desi, but I do like higher now. We'll likely see also NQ get to this area too. It's like equivalent targets, but ES is already very close. So if NQ wants to hit this and get inside that previous FEG here, this inversion on the 15-minute time frame, ES is likely gonna do like a pop to like 83, 84. So we'll get like a few extra points from it. Okay, let me look at chat. You guys are spamming. I have life savings in this trade. Damn, you just double your life savings on this. We'll do the giveaway right after, guys. Let me check up. Thoughts on shorting the 5-minute fair value gap on NQ? What do you think? it's not a terrible idea. I think this is something applicable. If you think it's bearish bias, this is for sure something that you could play for. NQ is the right move though, because NQ is a little bit more lagging, a little bit more weak. So now this change delivery already respected. We're still like short bias still. And I think that 5 minute, like we're looking for like 694 to 705s, 693 to 713. This is like within the parameters of the 15-minute inversion. So I think it's a good take. If you see something there, I wouldn't take on the first tap unless you feel very bearish already. This is also back in like that premium from this high to this low. It's getting a little stuck here. I mean, I'm glad I peeled off, but I still want higher here. Did you take that? We took this for like 3-4 candles, and it was like back and forth. So I'm. Some people are asking like, can you show the entry? Can you show the entry? This was like the most I could show ever. It's just sitting here. You know, since it's a 2-point stop, I got like halfway through before it flipped. So like when you think about risk reward, I did try ES longs earlier. I got stopped for 2 points. ES dumped like 10, 20, 30 points. So like it was like basically a small hit. And I'm like waiting. Can I get another try? We tried it here because why? We have a lot of internal lows here. We swept this already. And my thoughts is if we wanted to go lower, we would close and already ship down. We held here. I want to just keep our stop right under these low because what I'm potentially framing up is this could be potentially manipulation. Just like a false attempt for those who, let's say, want to play for a break here. They'll get trapped right here. They'll short this while I'm going to pick up the long. I'm going to go for bare minimum here, see a closure through these internal highs, and then go for the next internal high. And we're about to hit T. Looking good here. So this is what we look like. We hit 79 already. I'm going to try to move this up now and see how far we can go. I think we try to get it with NQ here. We'll try to get like 80s. That'll be like a 10-point flat. 2-point risk, 10-point TP. Yeah, let's take it there. That's good. I'm happy with that. I'm actually very happy with that. It could go higher from here, but I'm not mad at it, man. Only thing that sucked was I wasn't able to take that on my my TPT account because I didn't have data. So I'm about to talk to support about it. Like he's like, what the hell happened? But yeah, looking good. So this is the apex, guys. We held that. First trade was like 100-point down. Second trade, we held that very nicely. We were up like 700-800 on it. Like I said, I only took half of it. The other half, I'm requesting a large payout on them, so I don't want to really touch anything. Maybe I could do like micro in and out, but I feel like if I have a losing day, they might just use that to deny me. So I'll just chill there. Good day so far. We have a little more time. We're gonna do a giveaway, but we have like 30 or 40 more minutes for another trade. So right now it's basically -2 on ES and then +10 on ES. So net positive is +8 FYI. How's that? We're at 1,000 viewers, guys. Look at that. This could still keep on going, but I'm on the same wavelength as other people. Like this could be also a potential short. We're gonna get that 15-minute closure. So you also see this here. I think we get one more spike here, and then potentially, if this is bearish, we could flip back down. I would wait for confirmation for it though. This will be that say very same thing here. Another 15-minute gap here. So in this point, like we're just looking at a high, a low. We go back to equilibrium. We're basically back and forth right now between these two gaps. So if this can reject and hold, we will likely go a dig lower. But yeah, I think the good target would have been like 83, 84. That's kind of what I was framing up. based off the imbalances here. But I'm cool. I'm cool with 10 points because I'm risking 2. That's 5R. Like, people, you know what people do on Twitter or whatever? They're like, this is like a 20R trade. They'll basically do this and be like, this is 10R right here. But they're not really trying to risk this. I'm actually trying to risk only 2 points. Because they'll do like this, like 20 points, and they'll move it and like, okay, let's just do tighter stops now. But I'm really just about risk reward. I can take even 3 net losses here, or 3 -2, -2, -2, and then be up 10 and still win. But I don't really like doing that many trades because how many times do I have to be wrong to be right? I want to be wrong at least 1 time, or 1 time maximum, and then I gotta be right next one. If not, I'm just playing poorly. Okay, let's see here. Where's Patrick now? I don't know. He's gonna be like, the funny thing is, Patrick wants me to take a trade. Sometimes there's no trades. So like, is it a bad thing that I practice discipline and take no trades? It's like he's trying to bully me to take a trade. Similar like how people are doing a dodgy, which I don't really agree with. The part of trading is discipline. If someone wants to trade recklessly, they take like 20 trades a day. Well, I'm trying to take like 1 or 2 trades a day. We have different trading style. So it's like not a one size fits all type of thing. And this is an area where you could see a potential short, but again, we're just trending up. This is now like 12 points. I took it for 10 here. So this is where I TP'd out. 10 points. We're going to 13 right now. So that's already like 4R. We go a little bit higher. 6R almost. I'm going to leave at 10 because that's where I took it out. I took it at 81. Don't tell Rips that inversion worked. Well, this inversion failed here, if that's what you're going for. That's why I don't like playing the first inversion. I like to look at the framework. We have some relative lows or highs here. We're going to sweep. I feel like this trade is more about playing with bias and looking for confirmation. Confirmation here, if you guys remember, the last down close candle that took this low out, we close above. Once we close above 75, I was pretty confident that it's going to shoot higher. That's why I was fine with doing a break-even stop. It would be like probably like a 20-15% chance that we actually go back to 71s. Let's see here. He said you're being so mean and ruthless. Dude, Arbaz, I don't know how you say his name, but I've seen his comments. I've seen him talk to like Lanto and his comments and everything. He is a hater, a D1 hater. That's why, like, the first time I seen my mentions, I was like, I'm just gonna say it to his face, say it in the comments. I'm gonna be like, you are fake, and I'm gonna let you know that. If you went to the BH and beat PW in trade off, you would destroy his career. This is like all marketing though, guys. Come on. If let's say we do a trade off and I win, like that doesn't really do anything for me. Same thing if he wins, or in the case that we both are net positive. Let's say he's up 20,000 and I'm up 18,000. It's not like, oh, this guy beat you. It's like we both made money at the end of the day, and that's what we're both doing right now. He's doing well in TradeFi. I'm doing good on Apex. I'm not gonna shit on his TradeFi because he did very well. What I can do shit on is Apex because he went through hundreds of Apex while I'm on the same Apex still. But he can do the same thing with my TradeFi. I'm not really too fixated on TradeFi right now. I'm just taking payouts. Anyways, yeah, giveaway time. Come on, let's do this. We just hit a banger. We have time for possibly one more trade. Yeah. You're giving too much attention. I'm more just replying than everything. Let me just ask chat, how many people took that long here first? Type 1 if you took that long with us. Type 2 if you didn't take that long. If you missed it for any whatever reason, I just want to look at stats here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Lots of ones. I'm happy with that. This was not like a rush trade though. It's like we were stuck in that trade for like 4 candles before we actually made a move. And we were actually in drawdown a little bit, like a point in drawdown. pretty much. I don't really necessarily need to count the SMT, but you can also see NQ. I was more fixated on ES. ES is just way too good. Oh wait, this is not SMT. Never mind. Wait, is it? Why did we not take? Oh, NQ just drove so much lower. I don't know why I did that. I mean, you could also play off the inversion. That'd been fine too. Inversion, take out this eternal high and let it play up. Whatever you want. I kind of played off the chain state delivery confirmation. Okay, let's do a giveaway, guys. Let's see how many likes we got. We had like 1,000 viewers when we took that trade, so. Okay, so like the stream and then comment your YouTube username one time. We're gonna pick a handful today. I'm not gonna lie, we have a lot of giveaways. You know, before our viewer count was low, but you know, there's some firms who wants to sponsor it, which is a win because like I just get more accounts to give away. For instance, I don't know if you guys realize, but Take Profit Trader is also one of my bigger sponsor, and they're giving me a lot to work with here. We could basically have enough to do one giveaway per day alone, just off of them. Let me see how much I have. It's not something I'm going to use. This is literally, we're going to be all for giveaways. Let me see. Where is it? Credit Bank? Oh, there it is. Look at this. Look at this, chat. Look how many, look how many I have for this month. Only just for this month. I could use for next month too. 29 accounts. They're sponsoring heavy. 29 accounts is like one per day alone, and we're not even counting Tradeify, MyFund Futures, FundNX, other stuff like that. So we might be doing like a handful every day from it. This is counting weekends too. We don't do giveaways on weekends. So we'll figure out how to give them out to people. I saw them like, damn, they really, you know, our viewership went from like 600, 500 average. We're like 900 peaking to 1,000 plus. So they want more eyes on it. They want to give back. And I'm like, let's do it. And the part of how we are just building up a consistent viewership is because we are very transparent. I talk about my wins. I talk about my losses. And I show you my trades, whether it's a win or loss. Like, so we took a loss here, and then we took a big banger here. Net positive, everyone should be green if you took both trades, if you're a signal bot. But if you're not a signal bot, I mean, you could have taken the short here, even though I didn't take it. And then you could have took the long with me. It'd been a round trip. Anyways, we're doing the giveaway right now. So like the stream and then comment your YouTube username one time. The biggest and largest, yo, give me 6 months, and then I'm gonna get in the viewership of Patrick. We'll see. Just because I feel like we have everything that's required for a good stream. We're doing giveaways, you know, that's like part of it. That's not my main focus. My main focus is teaching and being a trader first. We have that unlocked. I don't think there's many other streamers who can match my consistency and my transparency and my kind of way of trading, where it's not like, okay, I'm just gonna long here and stop here. It's more about like, let's frame this up, let's kind of wrap our idea like why we're taking the long or short, and then why we're putting a stop here. And I'll tell you, this is the TP for this reason, and this is the stop because this would invalidate the trade. So it's like very informative. I feel like if you just watch us trade and cook for like 3 months, you'll get an idea of it, and then a year you should be like very much more experienced than a lot of people. Need a sounds effect. I'm just gonna slowly upgrade the production. You know, we just did the face cam recently. We also added lights in like after, so you're not as entertaining, but everything else, yep. You know, I'm trying to make it somewhat entertaining. I feel like I'm having fun, but that's not my first priority. My first priority is trading, and sometimes trading does get boring, which I don't mind. All right, we'll do shit. Let's do 2 here, and then we'll do another 1 or 2 later. But you know, if you want entertainment, you just head to Patrick. If you want someone that you are trying to learn to trade, this is the spot. Because I know there's a lot of people that hates. They're like, he doesn't show his trades, or he's too scared to take a trade. I took 2 trades a day, and it's all recorded. Every stream is recorded. So I'm beating the allegation there. You just got to see it for your eyes. We have a breakthrough here. I'm not sure if I would play that because we're also off. We're coming off this 15-minute. I'm leaning a rejection here, but I don't know. Yeah, what a big drive. I should have took 1 off of my swings. I should get a lamb in the background. Yo, that would spike my viewership. All right, 2 winners today is Hill to Haven Farm and Rixie. We're gonna do 2 today, now, and then we'll do probably 1 or 2 more later. We have a lot of giveaway for this whole month just because we have more views now, and the firms do want to sponsor more giveaways, and I'm also buying accounts to give away, so it's like a double whammy. So we're still waiting for another potential trade. Just kind of like letting it play out a little bit more. I'm just looking at the 15-minute. This 15-minute is like kind of like a big BPR right now. Unless you're confident that this is going to reject here or this is going to push through, you can't really take a trade here. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, I kind of shared this yesterday. There's a milestone again. You know, smart prop firms, something that me and a few other prop traders created. We issued 32,000 in cash rates for May, and that's bringing our total above 120,000 since launch. I think launch has been like 7 months right now, so it's like picking up. 20,000 last month, 32,000 this month. Probably a lot of it was because we did the promotion with Take Prop Trader. It was 5% rebate up to 10%, so it was like almost double. So that's why we have more. Also, users growing. So, you know, no one else is giving you anything just for the code. It's code smart, team smart, baby. I feel like that's achievement because guess what? There's gonna be a point in time which I feel like within the next 2-3 months that we're gonna do more payout than some firms in rebates. You know how absurd that is? Like, let's just look at Payout Junction real quick. Last 30 days. Let's see who's the lowest. Like last 30, of course these guys are just nobodies, but like Blue Guardian 88,000. I feel like we can surpass that in 4 months. We'll do like probably 100,000 in rebates per month. And then who else can we beat? ETF. You know what? That could be the goal. We could beat ETF in rebates, but I would have to do 300,000 per month. That's kind of hard. Unless we're counting giveaways. Trade day is also coming. I think we're gonna add trade day tonight. Any trades from you? We took a trade just recently. This is a trade here, 10 points on ES. Yeah, we're adding trade day. We're also adding funded futures network. Is that what it's called? He might get it mixed up. He's funded next is very similar. Those two, and then maybe Lucid too. But you know, that's just remember when you're using someone else's code, you get nothing out of it. When you use code SMART, you actually get money back, and you also get payout protected, which is just basically us backing you. Can you explain this entry? This is very simple. We got a big drive down. I'm anticipating upwards. I was hoping that the inversion move higher. I didn't take this, of course. This failed. Guess what happened? We took another dig lower. We swept that previous low. And if I were to think price to go lower, we would close this and move lower. We didn't do that. We came right back up, just kind of consolidating here. So I gave a 2-point stop here, basically looking for another retrace back down. I don't want to see it under this low essentially. So like, if we don't get through the low, I want to see this run back to this internal highs and then eventually flip this chain state delivery, go for the 79 target and beyond. It looks like the breaker actually panned out very, very well. It's very tricky for me here because it's like two conflicting bias. We're doing a V reversal. We came from this 15-minute gap here, but we're also interacting with something above. So like, I feel like this is not good enough risk reward for me. I don't know how I would play this. Unless you do stop under the breaker, it's not terrible, but let me see. A 15-point stop. Your target most likely would be the next big high, like kind of like a 2R type of trade, right? What website that is? Smart Prop Firm. It should be on the top left, also in the description. It's very easy. And, you know, if you have friends, you know, this is a good chance to tell them, instead of using code PW or the official code, like, you know, like if TradeFi has a code Spring, just use ours instead because it's very easy. These are the rewards. We also updated the cash rebate so you guys can understand how to do it better. I'll go over it for 30 seconds here before we move on. So, you know, like how to earn rebates, there's some steps here, but for order details, you basically just have to pull up the order number. We have it very described here for each firm, for MyFund Futures, for TradeFi, for Alpha Futures, for Funded Next. Very easy. All we gotta do is basically verify that you purchased from us. If you purchase from us, we'll give you that rebate. Now we're going back to the chain state delivery. Look at that. It took so long, but we finally got back up. Oh, no way. I didn't copy trade on one of my account. I also traded Bunox too. I'm not sure if you guys are really playing Bunox, but this is what it looks like for Bunox. So the idea is you can have 3 accounts, right? I had 3 here, but once you get past the buffer, you can add another one. And once you get past another buffer, you can add another one. Add another buffer, another one. So you can have up to 11. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, you know, get maxed that out. You have 11 Bunox, you have 20 Apex, 5 TradeFi, 5 TPT, 5 Top Step. That's 15 already, 20, 35. Bunox 11, 46. And then you count the smaller firms like MyFund Futures, 3, 49, Trade Day even, 52. You can do Alpha, I guess. Alpha's another 3, 55. Who else? Who else am I missing? I'm missing a few, I feel like. So you have the opportunity to do like 50 plus funding. And now, if I were to do all funding like that, max funding, and just copy trade every one of them, let me see what I'm missing. I think I added Fund Next already. No, I don't think I did. Fund Next 52, add 6, so that's 58 now. Tick Trader is also 3, 61. So all of these plus Bunox plus Top Step, that's 9 firms total, should be 61 funded. And imagine if you do 61 funded times like, you know, $300. $300 is very easy to do. You just made 18,000. You do that for 5 days, in the week 91,000. Of course, this is not like payouts, but like you're starting to build up. So if you do this for 4 weeks, let's say you just have a streak for some reason, you'll basically be able to take the first withdrawal, 360,000 profits in total. But you're able to take the first withdrawal. The first withdrawal is going to be like a fraction of it. It's going to be like 20%. So it'd be like a $80,000 payout. That's the move, honestly. That's like crazy to me. Like, it's mind blowing. Bunox is just kind of risky though. Not risky. I feel like it's just an outdated firm, but they pay out though. I can guarantee that at least. Uncapped payouts for Funded Next Futures is basically there's no cap. So you make $10,000 and you make $10,000 again, and you make whatever you need to make the 40% consistency. You can withdraw half of it. Top Step, there's a 5K payout cap now. They don't all have TradeVic connection. Not all of them, but you can still connect it in InTrader. Or use TradeSyncer. We also have the TradeSyncer partnership. if you guys want to list, I'm gonna go through this again. Apex. I'm gonna do Apex 20 accounts, Bunox 3, then go to 11. Tradeify is 5. Take Profit Trader is 5. Top Step is 5. Fund It Next. I'm gonna do 6, but 50Ks. You can technically do 12, 25Ks, but I think 50K is already good. Alpha's 3. I'm missing something, am I? Oh, My Fund Features. Yeah, My Fund Features 3. Tick Trader is 3. I'm gonna add Trade Day because I think Trade Day is legit too. Add another 3, and you can do Fund It Features Network. That'll be 5, I think. Let's just see how many that is. 20 plus 11, that's 31. 36, 41, 46, 52, 55, 58, 61, 61, 64, 69. Whoa, that's 69 fundings. Should I go for this? That would be nuts. Oh, I'm not doing ETF. ETF, I feel like it's too sketchy. Isn't that ironic that it ended up with 69 funding? $69, basically you make $300. That's like over 20,000 already, right? 69 times $300. 20,000. That's insane. I might actually try to go for this. How many of you guys want to see me get funded on all these firms and then just copy trade all of them, trade only on stream, and then see how that goes? That'd be nuts. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Let me just take a screen. I swear to God, you guys are thinking like this is too much, but this is possible. This is crazy, and I feel like I'm already maxed. I'm maxed on 20. Bunox, I'm like very close. I'm like at 8 already, so I need 3 more. Very easy. Tradeify, you know, I can't do Tradeify. So I'm already live with them. TPT, I have 5 live with them. Top Step, I have 5. Fund It Next, have 6 of them. Alpha, I have nothing. My Fund Features, I have. I'm not sure if I can do My Fund Features because I have a live with them too. Tick 3, can't do with them. I have a live with them. 3 Trade Day, 5 Fund It Next, Fund It Features Network. Not bad, dude. That's a lot. Bunox, you start with 3, but every time you get past the buffer, they'll allow you 1 more, up to 11. So I have 8 right now. Yeah, I might do it. You guys are thinking like he's not about it. Just wait, because think about it like this. I'm trading like half these firms. It seems a lot, but I'm already trading like half of them, and I'm doing like more than 100,000 per month. It's like 6 figures because like April I did 200. I feel like last month for May it's definitely above 100, but I'm not sure exactly because Apex alone was 75, and that's one of like 6 firms. So you add Top Step, you add TPT, that's like we're already like 100. So anything else is just gravy. So I basically average like 130,000. I would bet like 125,000 per month in payouts alone, not affiliates, just payouts. But if I add a few more firms, I'm pretty sure it will do a spike up to 200. That'd be crazy. Isn't Bunox have this rule where you through withdrawals you can be transition live? That's a new rule they have, but they let you basically transfer up to 5,000 per account. So you have 11 accounts, 3 transfer. They'll take all of that, which is great. That's like 5,000 times 11. That's like 60,000 bucks. Take away Apex, how much are you making per month? I think Apex is like the main contributor because it's 20 accounts. 20 accounts is insane. If you take away Apex, you take basically half of my payouts per month. Because it's also half my funding. Because to make 20 fundings on Apex, you need Tradeify, Take Profit, Top Step. That's 15. You need My Fund Features too, and you're at 18. 4 firms to just not even equivalent one firm yet. Just for the math right there. Someone said I need to get to your level. I promise you, it's not that hard. If you guys want a video, maybe we could talk about it. How to really like step on the gas in scaling up prop firms, and maybe show you which prop firm to start with, and then keep on adding. That might be a good video, honestly. That might help too. The startup fee for all these funding would be like, I'm gonna say like 20,000, maybe less. If you give you a first try, of course, it can be less, but like if you give like a few attempts, like, you know, you're not gonna pass Apex in the first 20 Apex accounts. Maybe it'll be like the second set. I feel like it'd be a 20,000 startup cost, and then you're basically able to make like 200,000 per month pretty easily. I like to have 10 TPT. No, you have 5. I have 5 with them right now, which I can't trade today because I think I don't have market data. So I need to speak to them about it. Anyways, that's it, baby. And then all these firms we're gonna try to partner with to get you guys the rebates on too. I heard of Legends Trading. I think Patrick was actually promoting them. I looked at them. They allow 10 accounts. I'm like, that's not bad. They have Trade Evade. The only caveat is I'm pretty sure you need to do a 30% consistent roll on evals and funded. I feel like I would do that for funded, but evals, it's gonna be a waste of my time. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, also like this is what I posted on Twitter. I'm for sure up more than 500K this year. So like we're like almost halfway through the year. I've been doing 100K per month minimum. Last month for April we did 200K. So like I should be like floating around like 550 already after all the split and all those fees, only in payouts. So for sure we're projected to do $1 million already in payouts. But if I run up Apex, which I'm doing, it's gonna spike up even more. So if I withdraw all of them, that'd be like a 200K Apex alone. That's crazy. You must be taxable. I am, but make more money. And like people are gonna be like, oh, why do you only trade prop firms? Prop firms are just way too easy to make money out of. I'm also trading my cash account too, which we're up 600. We're at 600,000 in the Robinhood, which is not bad at all. It's telling Apex and Baddie, that's fine. I'm chilling. If you guys want to know how much I paid in taxes last year, it's like an absurd amount. But you guys think it's like you got to be at a certain level, you got to be like the perfect trader, but I'm not even a perfect trader. All I am doing is I feel pressured, not by anyone on Twitter, but pressured by the viewers. So we have like 800 people watching right now. Like when I'm live trading, I don't want to mess up in front of 800 people. That makes me kind of trade more carefully. You don't want to press buttons recklessly. You want to make sure it's a really good setup before you take the trade. Kind of like many type of things here. And that's why you always see me either take no trades or take like 1, maybe 2 trades in that 2-3 hour time span that we have together. Would you mind helping a brother out? 200K would do. God damn. That's crazy. Oh, I forgot to trade my funded next account. Damn it. That's one thing I didn't log into. It should be copied, but I forgot to trade it. No. Are you trading Asia too? Yeah. I'm waiting for Asia to be cooking up, but Asia has been pretty difficult, I feel like. Even last night, I was watching last night. I felt like we're going to try to move higher, but then this weird wick kind of threw me off my game here. I'm like, yeah. But then we actually flipped lower. This is the clearest thing in the London manipulation. And I should have played London. London would have been like very easy to trade today. But you can't trade them all. Can't trade them all. Look at our trade here though. If you still held that trade with break even or trailing, you would have been up a little bit more. Now like closer to 14 points out of a 2-point risk, 7R right there. What's the tax? 35%. So the tax is basically independent contractor for prop firms. Is a progressive tax bracket. So I'm not sure the amount, but like once you get like, you know, past 100K, you go like 20%. Past that, 25, 30, 33, and that's just the federal tax. If you have state tax, luckily Florida doesn't have state tax, which is fine. And then if you have any Social Security or whatever, just adds up. But you know, you also have deduction. Deduction for me this year hasn't been that much because if you recall, I'm trading my Apex for more than like, what is it, like 75, 76 days now already. That's like 4 months. Like if I wanted to make expenses, like I don't really have, I'm not blowing accounts, I'm not cycling through them. So like my expenses every month has been like 5,000, 4,000. I'm just trying other accounts, basically other firms. And then you're pulling like 100,000 plus every single month. It's kind of ridiculous. And like you would think like this is like, you gotta be top level to do this. I don't feel like this is top level trading. All you gotta do is just beat the prop firm. And how you beat the prop firm is doing base hits, being very strategical of your trading. You're not people like, I'm gonna make their example. It might be a poor example, but I feel like it kind of is applicable. Like you have someone like Patrick, his style is to go up, go for home runs, going for like $5,000-$10,000 days. That is good for him for marketing wise. For a trader, you're not seeing how many accounts he blows through. And then if people try to simulate that his style of trading, they're more likely to blow up than end up lucky. So I feel like that's why base hits really come in play here. If you want to thrive with prop firms, you just got to be doing more discipline, less trades, and just slowly just build up. Trust me, I feel like I've been saying this for like a whole year now because I've been doing it for a whole year. It's a game changer. It's absolutely a game changer. What is base hit? It's basically just going for a few $100 per day across multiple accounts, going for 1 or 2 trades a day. Also, very quality over quantity. And even though like, you know, you'd be like, oh, should I take this version? Should I take this breaker? If it's not like an A+ setup, you probably don't take it. That simple. I think you need a brand new Cadillac SUV for trading purposes. That's nuts. You know, I can also be moving to Puerto Rico. I'm not sure. Will that be a good idea? Does anyone know if that's a solid idea to move to Puerto Rico for tax benefits, basically? But check this out, guys. Besides this topic, I'm gonna try to, maybe in the next week or two, I'm gonna open this for free to everyone, just for you guys to use. I'm not sure if we're gonna charge for this. If it's gonna be a charge, it's gonna be like $30. I'm trying to work on like a trend indicator. I think I've been talking about it. You know how we talk about like we have the checklist. We're like, high time frame is neutral. Why? It's because this. Intraday is bullish. Low time is bullish. It's not going to be like a signal indicator. It's going to be more of a guidance. So like it's going to help you with bias. It's going to help you withdraw liquidity. And with that, I feel like I won't be able to flip around. I wouldn't need to flip around charts like this. So I'm going to try to give it to everyone on stream probably next week. And then see you guys, how you guys liked it. And then ask for feedback. I just want to add it to stream right now because I feel like it's going to get too messy. Don't do paid indicator. Well, it's not just my indicators. You're gonna compensate the devs too. You know, it's gonna be free for the next like 3 months until it's good. If it's good, it would be like 30 bucks. Just so the devs who's spending hours on trying to really develop it to be good. But you know, I'm also gonna be using it on stream, so you don't even need to buy it. You can just watch for me to using it. Traffic is horrendous. I hear it's good tax benefits. You have to live at least 6 months out of the year. That's a lot, man. Damn. Neighbor of TJR. You know what? We could do that. We could do that. Dodgy has an indicator. Yeah, how do you guys like Dodgy indicator? I really don't like indicators who are who give signals. I feel like because it's always lagging. Like if you take every signal, like if I were to make an indicator for entries, it has to be every signal that it gives. It has to be like a trade. So if I pull up, I'm not sure if I have the indicator, but like let's say like I have the inversion indicator, and if it shows an inversion here, I'm gonna have to take it, or it's a bad indicator. But if you use it like, oh, you have to only selectively choose, I feel like it's just like, what's the point of it then? How do I claim giveaway? I'm not sure if you won the giveaway, but it's in the Discord. Aren't indicators delayed? No, what? No. These indicators are not delayed. Most of them, they're pretty real time. They don't repaint. What I'm saying is like, if it signals a trade for the indicator, it has to be a trade that I will take, or I feel like it's a bad indicator. Because if you're just making it like, oh, you have to be very selective with it, like, because if it spits out like 10 signals and only like a few of them works, like I don't like that. But yeah, it's not gonna be like a alert type of entry thing for me either. I'm gonna try to make it just to more of a guidance than anything. I feel like that is great to have. I feel like we're gonna be moving lower from here. It looks like we did 1 high, 2 high, 3 high, and then we're trying to play this downside. I'm trying to log a day. Maybe we'll take this trade for what do you call it? For my fun and next. Probably aim for shorts, right? I don't think we long this at all yet. This 15-minute has been holding nicely too. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think, like, personally, do you believe in indicators, or you think it's bullshit? If you were to say, just based off your experience, because you have some decent indicators. Some of them, I think the one that is difficult to measure is the one that alerts. Any guidance indicator is also very nice. Just got an alert from Dodgy 3-minute. No way. Let me see. Okay, so wait, how does that work? Is it? I don't see no gap here. What candle was a 3-minute here? What's the difference between the one you're gonna collab with the free one and trade view? So it's gonna correlate with a lot of things I'm doing. You know how I do bullish, bearish, neutral, or it's gonna be all that, as well as adding liquidity to it. So it's like everything like my trading style. Let's say I'm gonna give you 2 scenarios. When everything's bullish, let's say the 1 minute, like the 15 minutes bullish, the 4 hours bullish. That's 2 higher time frames already. I'm just gonna wait for the low time frame, and what we can do is we can alert the indicators to give you a signal once you have triple time frame alignment. That, or if another example would be if the higher time frame is bullish, let's say the intraday is bearish, and then the low time frame, you're basically waiting for a high time frame liquidity to be taken. What that means is, you know, higher time frame is bullish, we swept liquidity. We should be bullish, even though the intraday is bearish. We still take the low time frame flip. So it'll be like something like this. Imagine we retrace down here. This should be bullish on higher time frame. On the 15-minute time frame, it's likely going to be bearish, but it'll signal you the moment the 1 minute flips, because we took this low out and we're also respecting this 4 hour. I'm not sure if I can explain it that well on stream, but like that's kind of like the idea for it. And everything how I do it, doing bearish, bullish, neutral, exactly how I want it drawn out. It's tough. Maybe you guys just wait for it in like a few weeks and then try it out. Because I feel like I have like a game plan for it. You know, I've been talking about how I trade for months and years, and how I want something to be automated or something easier instead of me flipping through the charts, and we're starting to work on something. So we'll see. We'll see. Is your dev 2 degrees? No. Let's see here. Just talking about EMAs. Come on, no one uses EMAs anymore. I think that's the thing. Like, I would probably never, or maybe I'm not gonna say never. It could be added, but like, I would kind of not focus on indicators for entries, because I feel like that's a cop out. You're not gonna have a indicator that's like gonna give you all the best entries, A+ only. What you could do is develop a tool that could help you trade better or trade easier, make it more convenient for you. And that's my objective. Tyler said, I made 800K using EMAs. What do you mean EMAs don't work? I'm proof of it. This is kind of slow, isn't it? I think it turns lower. Words of Wisdom has the guy that showed how to trade EMAs. I need to see a live streamer trade, let's say, one account or a prop account, whatever it is, only trading EMAs, nothing else. I want to see how that goes. It could work, but at the same time, like, I'm not really too confident that it would be like the best thing ever. Be like, EMA's changed my life. I don't know. I'm also evolving as a trader. Evolving for me because I feel like every time I try something new, it either fails or it becomes my new thing. So like I started like, you know, just like supply and demand, support and resistance, EMAs, what else? Something like that. Volume profile, like order flow. I keep on hopping like through my 5 years of trading. I'm like, this is good. I like this. I like this. I like this. This is better. This is better. This is better. And then eventually I'm like, I see right now, maybe in the next year I could find something else better, but I don't think there's anything that could match, because what I'm doing right now is only focus on candlesticks. I'm not looking at volume. I'm not looking at like anything like indicators based or something like that. It's just pure candlesticks and just playing based off of it. So that's why I think like it's hard to really beat this. It's hard to just play it very simple. But you know, my opinion could be changed over the years. So like, let's say next year, I'd be like, ICT is good, but here's what's better. Here's this new thing called the Brian model, or the smart model. This is better. And I'll keep on jumping. Who knows? All I know is I know my results. I know my data. Like, I even have data right now. For Apex, I have 4 months of data. just a loan on them. It's just stuck here. Your fair value gap breaker inversion is automatically another frame called inside bars or breakouts. If that's the case, you know, it's not a bad thing, because I feel like instead of making like inside bars, it'll be like, this is a fair value gap, this is inversion, this is a breaker, this is an order block. You're kind of differentiating them and make it more refined. So in that way, it makes it a more leveled up type of trading anyways. I used to have naked charts with just the VWAP. Let's see the VWAP. Shit. Let's see. Where's the VWAP at? Is it under? So in this case, how would you use the VWAP again? Like, since most of the price action is above the average of this, are you basically mainly looking for longs? And if we do tap this VWAP, you try to see if you want to catch a long at it. Is that how the gist of it now? Because I feel like this is kind of hard to really just trade to understand if like there's nothing to really go by here. Best model for Apex is Orb. I mean, I could see that working well for Apex, just because like it'd be like, here's the Orb, play the breakout, go for it, get the money. But for like sustainable trading, slowly up, it gotta be different. This is, oh, someone showed the dodgy 3-minute inversion. Let's see. So dodgy shorted this inversion at 674 off its indicator. Oh, it dumped like, wait, what time frame is this? This is 3-minute time frame, so it dumped like 20 points. 673. Oh, we're at 700. This failed then, didn't it? We're at 700. So it was like down here. But I think we're about to wrap this up. There's not much to really play here. Pretty much. We'll probably do one more giveaway before we wrap up here. How's that sound? Let me just post the trade, and maybe we'll do the giveaway just based on just making like a comment. I don't know. We could do 2 if we do that then. Let me find my trade. Hopefully you guys have a good day though, man. Like this is a good session so far. Some people thought like this price action was terrible, but like I'm just chilling. Like this is not bad at all. 10-point flat, 2-point risk, 10-point TP. Yeah, let's take it there. That's good. I'm happy with that. I'm actually very happy with that. It could go higher from here, but rate the price action day. 1 out of 10, guys. I'm gonna give it a cool 6.5. I feel like 6.5. I feel like is a good number. Might be 7 if we get some movement, but we're just stuck here. Let me look at chat. I still want lower, to be honest, but it's like not trying to just go back and forth. 5, 9, 6, 6, 9, 7. It's like it's above 5. So like you guys thought price action was not terrible. It's like actually decent. Okay, I'm just gonna make a post basically just showing the trade that we took today. If you guys make a comment, what one thing that you enjoyed about the stream, anything, we're gonna pick 2 winners at market close. So, where is it? Just tell me one thing that you liked about the stream. Just anything, one comment. One thing you liked about the YouTube stream. Anything at all. For 2 giveaways. It gotta be on the Twitter, guy. No way, you guys are trolling. I'm gonna pin this because you guys are not understanding. We'll do 2. If we get a lot of people, we'll do a handful. But I'm glad that we're able to give back a lot. We're doing 4 giveaways a day. We might do 4 or 5, 3 to 5, basically every single day, just to get some money back, and whatnot. And then we're trying to deliver the bigger trades too. But you know, this is my next goal, guys. I'm gonna run for this. 69 funding, guys. 20 Apex. 11 Bunox, 5 Trade 5 Take Profit, 5 Top Step, 6 Funded X, 3 Alpha, 3 My Funded Features, 3 Tick Tick, 3 Trade Day, 5 Funded Features Network. That's 69 total. I can't do some of them because I have a live count of them. So it'd probably be closer to like 50, 55. But if I can get to that stage, nuts. We're gonna do 200K per month minimum. If we just trade well. Just doing base hits too. All right, yeah, make that comment. I posted a Twitter link. It is pinned. If you don't want to click it, just go on my Twitter post. The most recent thing, just comment one thing on the Twitter post that you like about the stream, or anything at all. We're gonna pick 2 winners at 4 p.m. Basically after market close. I'm gonna wrap this up here. I don't want to stick it too long, so I don't think I'm gonna take a trade here. If you guys any questions for the next 2-3 minutes, I will stick around before we end the stream. How long did it take for Funded Next to approve your PA account? So what you do is you go on the website. It's gonna show up as inactive. You sign the agreement, and then the next trading day it should be processed. Why didn't you do that challenge all live on stream, including evals? What challenge are we talking about? Is there a challenge somewhere? Someone challenge me? How are you gonna hold the 5 Top Step without moving to live? Yeah, I mean live. It's gonna be 69 funding for like a month before some forms start moving me. How many contracts do you trade with Bunox? I usually do 1 or 2 contracts, just slowly build them up. Just same thing with Apex. It's unrealized trailing, so something you gotta think about is like taking it very, very slow, and then you'll build up a nice buffer, and over time, it's gonna do well. Why? Oh, on eval. So I see what you're saying. So you're saying, why don't I trade the evals on stream too? It's because I typically don't trade evals like slowly. I just go full size on them. I do basically, like, let's say for Top Step, 50% consistency. I need $4,500, $4,500. I'll do 15 minis for 15 points, and I'll do 15 minis for 15 points. 2 trade, done in two different days. So it's like not really something that I'm gonna try to worry about, because I usually already do big size on them. Just because I personally don't like trading evals. I like to do full size so I can do it quick. But funding, it's like if I did 15 meetings on evals, I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 contracts on funded, just because that's the difference of the risk management, basically. What was the early entry for longs? I kind of explained like 5 times already. You have to rewind. I feel like if you rewind a little bit back, explain it again. I want to see PW, DD, Rips, and Brian in a trading tourney. So it got to be worth your while, because if you're trying to dedicate most of your time to trade in a tourney, and it's like, how much are you trying to make here? It's going to take away from my time of trying to make like 6 figures per month. So it got to be really worth it, and I got to be dedicated to it. If it's going to be like a little bet, we're trading 10K per account, it's not worth it. Maybe at a different time, maybe when I'm not trading props as much, but I'm making too much to get that disrupted just for Twitter validation. Let's see here. Do you plan on taking a different strat with funding next? I'm thinking about that. Maybe on a few accounts I'll do like uncap, other accounts I'll do base hits. I'm not really too sure yet. You don't have a pay Discord? I basically merged with Desi. He does AM. I do kind of Asia. We kind of both trade, and we send alerts. And you're gonna see more alerts from PM from me too. If you had a roadmap for someone to become as consistent as you, what would you need to do? Focus in order. So first thing, I'm gonna make them trade Top Step or Apex or Tradeify. Maybe Tradeify is a good pick. Maybe start them off with a straight funded, $500, 1 account. And then you have like 6,000 drawdown, right? That's pretty good to work with. Your goal is to not blow the count. 6,000 drawdown is a lot, and you're trying to make 9,000. That's the challenge here. And you slowly build up. If you hit payout, you'll get 3K payout, and you still have the count to make more. Use that 3K to buy more accounts and more accounts. It's spread out to different prop firms, and then slowly basically build empire. I think that's like the roadmap. If 500 is too much, I would probably go with Top Step or Tradeify Growth or something like that, like a starter plan. Very easy to do there. If you had a 6K drawdown, so for all my trades, I kind of risk about 10%, less than 10%, but around at most 10%. 6K drawdown, I shouldn't be losing more than $600 per trade. So many accounts. What trade copier? It's gonna be Trade Syncer for some of them, and then most of them we Replicanto. I have videos on that for Replicanto. Yeah, Trade Syncer is gonna be definitely needed if you're trying to trade multiple Rhythmic, because Replicanto, you have to really use NinjaTrader, and NinjaTrader you can only have 1 Rhythmic connection, while you can have unlimited Trade of 8. And not every firm has Trade of 8. And also, some firms offer Project X. Trade Syncer soon would be accepting Project X. Private Discord with Desi. It should be in the description in this link. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna look up a few more comments. What about Quant Tower? If Quant Tower is fine, if you guys want to use that, that's good too. Let me see. Anything else? Last call. What props are about to get Project X? Tradeify is gonna get them soon. A few others considering it. Some people don't like. Some firms don't like it because they might be reliant on a competitor, which is Top Step, which is perfectly fine too. Is like a fair doubt. Is it possible to copy trade evals? I feel like that's a question that is very obvious, but if you don't know, then you just don't know. You can copy trade anything. You can copy trade evals, funded, live accounts, anything. The Top Step own Project X. They have probably a big share in it, if not a majority. If it's not a majority, it's gonna be like a significant share. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna close this up here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. You don't have the link to free Discord in bottom. Okay. You could just go to Desi profile on Twitter. It should be on there. It's called Desi and Brian. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. Have a good one. And if you want to do the giveaway, last chance is just comment one thing you like about the stream on the recent Twitter post. It's pinned, and then we're gonna do 2 giveaways at 4 p.m. Have a good one, guys.